Alright, so here we have, let me zoom it out some. If I'm using a lever to move the rock, the force required to move the rock varies inversely. As soon as you see that inversely, what that means is that the x and the y are like that across from each other. Like one formula that would be inversely would be 2 over x. See that? So which ones are across from each other like that? These two, right, are right next to each other, so that can't be that. F and D are right next to each other, right? The two variables, so it can't be J. So it's either G or H. 86. How do you get 86? 50 plus 36 is 86. But you cannot add pounds and inches. They're two different measurements. You cannot add them. So it cannot be G. Also, on this side is usually the capital letter. So F, you see how F is here? Usually it's a capital letter on the left side. So that's why H is, remember when you have function of X or G of X or H of X, usually it's capitalized, right? Not always, but usually. Okay, so now let's go to number 19. Okay, so basically it says which set of ordered pairs represents y as a function of x. So I'm going to tell you something. Basically, if the x doesn't repeat, then it's a function. If the x repeats, then it's not a function. Okay, so let's look at the x terms. So negative 9, 0, 1, and 3. Do any of them repeat? No. So this is a function. Most likely it's going to be that. Let's just double check. Negative 1, 4, negative 7, negative 1. Do any of those repeat? Yes, a negative 1. So that can be a function. 3, negative 4, 3, and negative 4. Do any of those repeat? Yes, the 3 and the negative 4. It can be a function. 5, and always look at your x's, y'all. 5, 2, 1, and 2. Can any of those repeat? Yes, the 2, right? So then it has to be what? A. Here we have what? A total of laptops plus desktops equals what? 156, right? And then here it says there are 8 more laptops than desktops. So the laptops equals 8 more than what? The desktops. Okay? We have two systems, two equations basically, right? So we can do the matrix thing, right? The first one is set up good. L plus D equals 156. But the other one has to, the letters have to be on the left side, right? So minus D, we have 8. L minus D equals what, y'all? 8. Right? So then L minus D equals what? 8. There's 1 L, 1 D, 1 L, and 1 negative 1 D, right? Well, let's do the matrix thing again. Delete, delete, delete. Wait, second matrices. Okay, go to edit. Type in 1, what else? 156, what else? 1, negative 1, and 8. Second, quit. That's going to bring you back to the what? Original screen. Clear that. Second matrix. Go to math and go down to RREF, press enter, right? And then we're going to push second matrices to input the matrix in there. Press enter, put A in there, put enter. The first one is, what's in the first column? L. So L is equal to what, y'all? 82 D is equal to what? 74. Right? What do they want? It says, what is the total number of laptops? So they want, the answer is what? 82. Okay? So now we got 21. Problem 21. So it wants you to compare those. Right? So y equals, let's see, open parentheses, negative 3 divided by 4, x squared plus 6, open parentheses, negative 2, x squared. We don't gotta put parentheses, no fractions. Negative 2x squared. What else, y'all? Minus 5. And then, open parentheses, 1 divided by 4. Right? And then what else? X squared. Plus what? 1. You see that? So let's plug them in there. Let's hit graph. Let's hit graph. So we have 2 that are facing, that are like going down, and then 1 that's going up. That means that we got 2 max and 1 min. Right? So when it's like this, when it has a min, that means that your x squared is positive. When your x squared is negative, the term x negative, that means it's facing what, y'all? It's facing down. That means you have a what? Max. That being said, this one and this one have a what? Max. This one has a what? Min. So it says the graphs of the 2 functions have a min. The graphs of 2 of these functions have a min. Is that true? That's false. Right? Because there's 2 of them have max, not min. The graphs of these functions have the same axis of symmetry. That's true because if we draw a line down here, this side copies what? This side. You agree? Like a mirror image. So this is true. So the graphs of 2 of these functions do not cross the x-axis. That's true. This one here and this one here do not touch the x-axis. So that's true. The graphs of all these functions have different y-intercepts. Yes. Y-intercepts are here in the back. They all are different, right? So true. So if you look at the question, it says what, y'all? Which one's false? So that would be A. Okay. So here, on this one, what you could do, okay, is you have to solve them for y. Solve these for y, and then compare them to the graph, right? I'm going to save this one for the... Oh, you know what? I still got time. I'm going to do this one on this video, and then I'll start 23 on the next. Okay, so negative 3 and then 8y plus 16 equals 0. So we're going to change this 8y to the other side. Right? So negative 3x plus 16 equals negative 8y. So do we divide everything by what? Negative 8? Because we want to remove the negative 8 from the y, right? Let's leave it by itself. So negative divided by negative is what? Positive. 16 divided by negative 8 is negative 2. So is the y-intercept here a negative 2? That's what it says here, right? mx plus b. Y-intercept is negative 2? No. The y-intercept is positive 2. So it cannot be f. Let's try 3x minus 8y plus 16 equals 0. Let's solve that. So plus 8y plus 8y. That cancels. So we have 3x plus 16 equals what, y'all? 8y. So we divide that by 8, divide that by 8, divide that by 8. 3x plus 16 divided by 8 is 2. Right? So good, that's the y-intercept is 2, but the slope is what? It's going down. Slope is negative. Here the slope is not negative. Guess what? It's not g. So now we have negative 3 minus 8, no, 3x, my bad. 3x minus 8y minus 16 equals 0. So we move the negative 8y to the other side, right? So it can be by itself. So now we have negative 3x minus 16 equals 8y. Divide everything by 8. That cancels. Y equals negative 3x over 8 minus 2. So it is a negative slope, y'all agree? Right? But it's not at negative 2. The y-intercept is not at negative 2. It's at what? Positive 2. So it can't be h. It has to be j, but let's just work it out. Just to work it out. 3x plus 8y minus 16 equals what? This was tedious, a little bit long. Minus 8y equals minus 8y. So then 3x minus 16 minus 8y divided by negative 8, divided by negative 8, divided by negative 8. That cancels. We have what, y'all? Y equals negative 3, 8. See if that light helps. Negative 3, 8 x. Negative 16 divided by negative 8 is what? Positive 2, right? So the y-intercept is 2. It's a negative slope. So then that's good, right? Let me see. Oh, wow. It's 12 minutes.